Hi guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support so far. It's been really exciting for us to see that. So please keep your comments coming below and please make sure to hit subscribe. Today I'm going to be talking to you about why and how you should niche your social media. So first of all, what is niching your social media? Quite simply, it's talking to different people on different platforms. Why is that important? Well, you want to make sure that your messaging is really clear and gets through to the relevant people at the relevant times. Let's take a flooring company, for example. If you've got a business-to-business arm and a business-to-consumer arm, the messaging that you're going to be putting out is going to be very different. So for the business-to-business contract side of the business, you're going to be wanting to say things like, are you building a new halls of residence, need some flooring, etc. Okay, that's not going to be relevant to Mrs. Jones. For Mrs. Jones, you're going to want to say things like, want your living room redoing, talk to us. Okay, so the messaging is very, very different. If you're putting that out on the same platform, you're just going to alienate people. If you try to talk to everybody, you talk to nobody. Okay, so here's my top tips. First of all, pick the platform that's relevant to the audience you're trying to talk to. Now, the problem with this is that most people say, oh, well, I could kind of talk to Mrs. Jones on Facebook. I could kind of talk to the contracts on Facebook. No, draw a line under it. Pick a platform per type of contact that you want to reach out to. Facebook, for example, is very business to consumer. So if you're trying to talk to your consumers, you should be on Facebook. If you want to talk to businesses, then you probably want to be on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is very B2B. Twitter kind of sits somewhere in the middle. So that's down to you. I would say you should use Twitter more for like news, talking to suppliers and kind of connecting with people in that way, not necessarily just broadcasting your messages. Instagram, very business to consumer, very lifestyle, very fitness related, etc. So if you've got products and brands that sit within that, then you definitely want to be looking at Instagram. The biggest users of Facebook are 25 to 34-year-olds. So if you're talking to consumers that are 25 to 34, you want to be on Facebook. Interestingly, Instagram is the same. It's 25 to 34 is the largest demographic on Instagram. Most people think it's a lot younger. However, 2/3 of the users on Instagram are actually under 35. So if you're trying to target a younger business to consumer target market, then you definitely want to be using Instagram. Twitter, interestingly, the largest demographic is 18 to 34, which I think is a lot younger than people realize. However, the fastest growing demographic on Twitter is actually grandparents. So I'd say it's across the board on Twitter. For LinkedIn, the largest demographic is 46 to 55. So if you're talking to potential senior leaders within businesses, then that's probably the platform for you. So next up, you want to be niching your content. It's really important that the content you're creating is relevant and relatable to the platform that you're using and the audience you're talking to. So for example, if you're using Instagram, it's a very image-led platform. So you want to be making more images. You've got up to 59 seconds for video. It doesn't tend to do as well. So cut out the effort, stick to images. On Facebook though, you're going to be trying to achieve a sort of 3-minute video. So you might want to do something like a product demonstration video, a how-to tutorial, make the most of that video allowance. Then on LinkedIn, use articles. Articles actually outperform video on LinkedIn, and articles without video outperform articles with video. Get your head around that. So if you've got blogs, for example, and information and news and press releases, you're probably going to want to be sharing those on your LinkedIn. So you need to be thinking about your content strategy, niching the types of content you're creating and making sure it's relevant to the audience you're talking to. Lastly, you want to be changing your tone of voice. Niche your tone of voice too. Okay, your messaging has to be so clear and concise. Like I say, if you're trying to talk to everyone, you're talking to no one. So making sure that your tone of voice, the language that you're using, and the things that you're requesting of your audience are niched to them on each platform. Twitter, you're capped anyway. You're only allowed 280 characters. So you've already got your hands tied a little bit there. But on Instagram, for example, you probably want to write a bit of long form content. You want to talk to your audience, maybe do almost like a micro blog. On Facebook, absolutely not. You want to keep it short and sweet. LinkedIn, I would say trial and error. See what works for your audience. I personally find that short and sweet works best on LinkedIn, but give it a try, see what works best for you, and good luck. Please, please, please make sure to hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.